Hello and welcome back to Joyce News TV, a home for lovers of freedom, and welcome if you are new. On this channel, we will be bringing you latest news and gist and more. So feel free to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell for notifications so you'll be notified anytime we upload new video. In this particular video, I am going to be watching with you. With that being said, let's get into the video.
I speak for the opposition, CUPP. Like I said before, I was very clear that there was no basis for this trial, if not because of the political stubbornness of President Muhammad Buhari. We will not be going up and down under the sun to come and observe this trial. And why do I say that? The issues that led to this agitation was injustice. The issues that led to this trial was just injustice. The issue that is even messing the trial up is injustice. You see, all this gara-gara up and down and show of force with people covering their face with masks is unnecessary. Why do I say that? There, an issue, came up. What the president could have done as the leader and president of the country was to call everybody to the table, and then you negotiate and find an amicable solution to solve those issues. And why do I keep saying this? If you remember, when the issue of Niger Delta came up, there was a round table. When the issue of even the Boko Haram guys who decided to repent and so on and so forth, there was also discussion. So if you can have discussion on pure terrorist act, what about civil agitations of this nature? So if not the fact that I feel the president have so much hate that is driving the way with which he's prosecuting these issues, what the president would have done is very simple. Call Igbo leaders together, call Igbo youth together, and then go to a table and say, how do we find solutions to the issues of restructuring, the issues of equity, the issues of justice, the issue of fairness? These things is very simple. So, and then that's why I said, it's not about Nnamdi Kanu. No, this issue is bigger. And that is why everybody should stand on this particular issue and say, the president, this trial is unnecessary, like I said before. What you need to do is to discontinue trial under the provisions of the 1999 Constitution. The Attorney General have powers to discontinue the trial, and this thing ends in a matter of seconds. And the High Court, might have delivered judgment advising. You see, when the judiciary, goes, to that extent of telling the president adopt political solution in resolving this issue, these are ways of wisdom. What I want the president to do is that adopt, even try, just try. Let it be that you called Igbo leaders to the round table and they did not come. Let it be that you called them to a round table, both our governors, our representatives, our leaders, our religious leaders, for us to find solution to this issue. Let it be that they came and then they did not implement what was this. It's a different thing. But the president, who is supposed to be commander-in-chief of the armed forces and leader of all, have refused to address these agitations, which are civil in nature. Before the issue of insecurity came out of these whole issues, these issues were civil agitations, which the president could have called everybody to a round table and then address it, and this will end. So I'm hopeful that Justice Bita Nyako will have the needed judicial courage in national interest to discontinue this trial and order them to go back to the negotiation table to find political solutions to these issues. And let me say this. You see, it's very painful in a trial that you are supposed to do diligently in accordance with the rules of natural justice and access to equipment for the person to fairly defend himself. Now you cannot allow Nnamdi Kanu get access to his reading glass. Doesn't it sound laughable? Whether it's DSS that is doing it or police or president, does it not sound laughable? Ordinary reading glass, you can't give him to read, and you want people to believe in what will come out of this trial? Now, and again, we talk about the issue of changing of clothes. What is there in changing clothes? For me now, I like to wear my traditional attire. He wants to wear his traditional attire to come to court. And you're forcing him to be wearing Fendi since the last almost getting to 6 months now. Every day, whether they wash it or not, you put it on him and bring to the court. What impression are you trying to create? Are
you saying he still comes to court with the same clothes?
It's the same clothes. Have you not been watching the proceedings in court? So they really allow him to change clothes. You don't allow him to get access to the prayer stuff for the Jews. The Jews materials for praying. If you cannot give him basic things like praying materials, like access to his eyeglass for him to read, and you cannot allow him to read court process, you cannot even allow people to freely access the court, you cannot allow people to observe the trial, and you think that Nigerians will believe in whatever will come out of this trial. And that's why I keep saying, why not just take him to Daura and set up a private court and then try him so we know what you are doing. You can't call this a federal high court and you are doing all these things that are considered childish.
Why you allow him to the court?
As usual. Maybe because they don't like this this on my head. But I will keep coming every day until the day they will allow me to enter.
The coming of him is taking time, and the security are now allowing vehicular movement to pass so that the road will not be totally congested for him by the time he wants to pass. all as just to make sure that nobody hijacks him from the hand of security operatives. Hello, sorry.
Ijele na amurugo ofuma. Ijele.
Hello.
Ndara.
Hello.
Ndori. Osisapo. Unu niile ga-anwụ iche otu ụmụ ndị mmadụ na-anwụ. Don't worry. On our own children go die like all those children where they don't keep. Just keep calm. You go reach on now. Ndoshi. You go buy. I got for you. You go buy. You go buy now. You go buy. I got for you. Ndara. Come that what is true in this. No, Burakadishi. Burakadishi na. Senior Ukweli. Whom we believe. Oh, we are going to. John, what the account? Ndara. Ndoshi. And I say, I be telling you, I'm more be telling. No. Foolish people.
You are on live to GTV Africa, live from Abuja. Earlier, I told you that there's a movement, and the movement is still on. At this moment, there seems to be movement among the security operatives, which indicates that Nnamdi Kanu is about to come out. From other side, I can see from other side the supporters of pro-government supporters coming from.
The train, even the train that enter, the train is not working. Nothing is working. The train broke down. Nothing is working in this country.
What has that got to do with the killings that are going on in Igbo land? I'm asking you.
You're on live to GTV Africa. I need to move away from them because it seems they have another motive that is not the same thing with what is going on. That's why I have to move away. There may be confrontations between them, but we are not the same. We are journalists. We are not part of protesters. At this point, I need to let you know that there is another group dressing in green, white, green, coming from the extreme end of the road. Well, I want to believe that there will not be a commotion or attack on themselves as it is, but at this point, we have two groups, supporters of Nnamdi Kanu and the supporters of government that are on the street right now. But the security operatives are still doing their job to make sure that the peace reigns at this place, and everyone is ready to do what is right. And I believe that the rightful thing will be done. In a short while, the locations, the movement around here indicates that any moment from now, Nnamdi Kanu is going to be taken out of the court and the road, as the security operatives that are outside are just taking control of the outer side, so that the outer layer will not be congested by the time the security are moving him, because they are trying to avoid being Nnamdi Kanu being hijacked by its unexpected friends or fellow, or the crowds that are around, or his followership. And you can see his followership are still standing. They are still standing, keeping faith, waiting for his movement. Also, the security operatives are also waiting, watching the movement. And in a short while, Nnamdi Kanu is going to move out. As I said, you can see the movement outside. Every second is changing. And in a short while, Nnamdi is going to be out. And the security operatives are so at alert. They are so at alert to make sure that everything is intact. Everything is intact. The security operatives are making sure that everything is intact, and they are working tirelessly to make sure that everyone complies with the rules and instruction given. We are on live to GTV Africa, live from Abuja, and we are bringing to you exactly what is going on, what is happening. The operatives are functioning and making sure that everything is intact. Any moment from now, Nnamdi Kanu is expected to be driven out of the court's premises. You are on live to GTV Africa, live from Abuja. What to release the others? Small pepper spray. What to release them, man? Use your nose guard. You are on live to GTV Africa. As I said, if you had me on the ground, it seems there is a pepper spray on. Everyone is having a little cough. And let me show you from this axis. You can see those passerby. The passerby too are unable to move. Everywhere stand still, because any moment from now it's likely to be driven out from the court premises. The environment is totally locked down. The whole environment is totally locked down, and in a short while the movement is likely to be. Let me show you from this axis what is going on. You can see the area view of the security operatives, the way they've taken control of the environment, and everyone is expecting the movement of Nnamdi Kanu to be out from the court premises.
So that will be all from us today, and we do hope to see you in our next video. If there's anything you like to comment about, feel free to comment at the comment section, okay? And we will get back to you. As always, thanks for watching.